In today's video, we're just going to take a look at a simple setup that we had today in IBM. And I will tell you that I didn't know if this support would be good, or if this support might be good, or if this support might be good. I just know that I have potential support, and then I coordinate that with what I like to call a price trigger that tells me that it's worth placing a bet against the zone. Now, in this case, this was just a single symmetry level, okay, which is basically similarity or equality when comparing swings in the same direction. And we did have a projection from the recent high that gave us potential support around this 161.33 area. Now, it wasn't a perfect hit, but it was close enough because it was at 161.11. You know, you want to give it a little room either way. And if we hold a zone, what I then like to do is go down to a lower time frame chart to look for a trigger. So again, a trigger is basically the price action that tells you that it's worth placing a bet. Now, the aggressive swing trade trigger that I use is an 834 EMA crossover, which also shows you a pattern shift in the process. Okay, so what that means is, well, here you have the 8 EMA crossing above the 34. So that's one part of the trigger. The other part of the trigger is that I also want to see a shift in pattern from, you know, since we're looking at the buy side, from lower lows and lower highs to, you know, higher highs and higher lows. So where did we also take out a prior swing high? It might be a little bit difficult to see on this chart, but here's where you had the moving average crossover. Look to the left, see if it also took out a prior swing high, which it did. So right about here is where it triggered an entry this morning. Okay, now if you obviously, you know, didn't have that trade set up from the update that I did last night, you're going to be late to the party. But this is the way you can look at it. You can look at buying a pullback now to this last low, because even though you'd be late to the party because you didn't get the first entry, the party's not over yet. At least I don't think it is. The typical target is the 1272 extension of the swing into the zone. So that means our potential upside target in IBM, at least the minimum target I look for, is 173.86. And my initial stop would have been placed underneath this low, which means it would be underneath the 161.11 area. Okay, so let's see if it continues to rally towards the target or not. Or just know that, you know, I'm going to be wrong on this setup if it breaks underneath that last low.